Good day, I'm Tracy Pa with the Midday News. The United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres has arrived in Papua New Guinea for his official 4-day visit. His visit marks an historic occasion as it is the first time a sitting UN Secretary-General has visited the country since it joined the UN in 1975. His Excellency Guterres stated his visit serves as a mark of solidarity with PNG as one of the strong partners to UN.
The visit of His Excellency Antonio Guterres comes just in time when PNG is celebrating its 50th independence anniversary. It is a historic moment also for PNG to receive a sitting United Nations Secretary-General. Prime Minister James Marape, accompanied by his deputy Don Rosso and other senior delegates, received the Secretary-General yesterday evening at Melanesian House in Port Moresby for more talks regarding UN saving presence in the country.
I'm honored to be the first UN Secretary-General to visit Papua New Guinea and to join you in celebrating 50 years of Papua New Guinean independence and democracy. Over the past 5 decades, you have taken on a profound task to weave your breathtaking diversity into one people and one country that leaves no one behind.
United Nations has an active presence in PNG under key UN entities operating include UNDP, UNFPA, UNICEF, WHO and UN Women, working collaboratively to address national development priorities. According to the Secretary-General, UN has worked extensively in collaboration with young people around the country to fulfill their service agendas.
On this visit, I look forward to meeting with female community leaders. Violence against women and girls is a challenge that confronts all societies, including Papua New Guinea, and I commend the efforts by the Parliament to address it. The contributions of women to this great nation deserve our full recognition and respect.
He also spoke on the Bougainville Peace and Agreement, saying the UN is behind PNG to peacefully complete the phases of the peace and agreement process. Michael Tamtipais, TVWAN News.
The general public in Madang has been urged to conduct peaceful independence celebrations. Madang Provincial Police Commander Acting Superintendent Robert Baum said Madang Police will not tolerate rascals, loud music after 10 p.m. and disrespect. Police will commence operation with a parade on Monday, September 8. PPC Baum said police have already identified homebrew factories in and around Madang town, including urban villages, and are in the process of ensuring there is no homebrew production and illicit substances. Police manpower also has been boosted with additional members from the correctional services. In regional news, children's advocates and MPs have met in Canberra to discuss ways to protect children from the potential harms posed by artificial intelligence. The roundtable focused on developing a national prevention and awareness program for AI-related harms. It's also reviewing the use of facial recognition and a provision for the additional training of police. Advocates are warning AI already poses a risk to children's safety.
Child sexual abuse is an awful crime. It's becoming more and more prolific. The nature of it is worsening because of AI tools that are enabling offenders to make their methods of abuse more sophisticated, as well as make their methods of evading justice more sophisticated.
Technology can be a tool to help keep communities safe, but it can also be weaponized. And so we need to ensure we have the right regulatory approach, that it can be used as a tool for our law enforcement agencies, for preventing grooming, for protecting children, but also with the guardrails that we know are necessary around data and privacy, so that the public can have confidence that these very powerful tools will be used in the right way to keep us safe.
a tank revealed by the ABC to be linking methane for more than a decade as PAC calls for federal intervention. The ABC investigation revealed estimate of emissions from the leak averaged up to millions of tons of carbon dioxide.
A secret leaked to the public.
A whole lot of regulators knew about it and nobody did anything to make Santos fix this leak. And instead, they keep approving Santos's new projects.
The ABC yesterday revealed a tank at Darwin's LNG plant had been leaking methane since 2006, and the public weren't the only ones left in the dark. The Northern Territory Chief Minister says she heard about it yesterday, despite being first reported to NT regulators in 2020. The leak sparked concerns about risk of fire and explosion to neighbouring areas, as well as its climate impact.
The federal government has to step up here. We can't trust the Northern Territory government to act in the best interests of its own citizens. Basically, it's cowboy country, and they are acting with complete disrespect for the best interests of their own residents.
The federal government says they're taking it seriously.
I have asked my department to ensure that the expert review of methane emission management, which I commissioned, the government commission, led by the former Chief Scientist Dr Cathy Foley, examines the matters raised, ensures that it's considered in their deliberations.
There are calls for the federal government to take further action and push gas giant Santos into repairing the tank. For now, the tank sits empty, but levels of concern are rising.
In sports, it took 400 games, but the finals for the 2025 season of the Queensland Rugby League's Hostplus Cup has been decided. After 23 rounds, it is the Burleigh Bears, not Devils, Townsville Blackhawks, Mainly Seagulls, Sunshine Coast Falcons, Redcliffe Dolphins, PNG Hunters and Ipswich Jets, who have had the right to play in September.
The weekend match is vital for the top 8 teams. With the qualifying matches, a tough matchup and a sudden death clash awaits in the elimination finals. The PNG Hunters came off a huge win last weekend and hope to maintain the winning spirit in the camp. The Hunters will remain on the road this week as they venture south to Kayo Stadium to take on the Redcliffe Dolphins in the first elimination final. Hunters are in 7th place with Dolphins on the 6th. The match remains anyone's win. In the second elimination on Sunday, Ipswich Jets will walk the finals tightrope, needing to upset 5th place Sunshine Coast Falcons at Sunshine Coast Stadium. Burleigh Bears, Mainly Seagulls, North Devils and Townsville Blackhawks are in for the qualifying finals with Hunters, Dolphins, Falcons and Ipswich Jets fighting out a sudden death contest. Rex Litter, TV1 Sports.
A monster game between the Brisbane Broncos and the Melbourne Storm is looming to kick off round 27 as the Broncos get a chance to lock up a top 4 finish in front of a home crowd at Suncorp Stadium. Greg Bellamy has named his squad for Thursday's round 27 clash with the Brisbane Broncos at Suncorp Stadium.
In a major boost, 2024 Dally M medalist Jerome Hughes returns from injury to reclaim the number 7 jersey, resuming his halves partnership with Cameron Munster. Xavier Coates is also back, lining up on the wing with Will Warbrick on the opposite flank. Grant Anderson and Nick Minnie combine in the centres. The Broncos go into the round in 4th spot on 34 points, equal with the Sharks and Warriors, but boosting a superior points differential to both of those sides. With Rhys Walls in dazzling form and Payne Haas leading the way in the front, the Broncos have the weapons to make some noise in September. But history shows the double chance of afforded by a top 4 finish is vital. The Storm are set to finish second regardless of the result, but they will be hell-bent on making amends for a 40-10 hammering at the hands of the Roosters that saw coach Greg Bellamy's milestone night. Up front, Jules King celebrates his 100th Storm appearance, while Nelson Asofa Solomona replaces Stefano Utoikamanu. Ativalu Lisati earns a start in the second row in place of Sean Blow. Taran wizard Alec McDonald, Tui Kamikamitha and Joe Chan are also named on the bench. From Broncos camp, Jesse Arthurs has been recalled on the wing, so Dan Marinas pushes into the centres and Gimat Sabashaki has been stood down after a breach of Broncos team standard. Brendan Piakura has been named to start in the back row and Jaden Hunt on the bench in a straight swap from last week. For Storm star halfback Jerome Hughes returned from a shoulder injury, while Xavier Coates, Eli Katoa and Nick Minnie and Josh King are all back after being rested in round 26. Tui Kamikamitha returns from concussion on the bench, while centre Jack Howard is listed among the reserves as he closes in on a return from a groin injury. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
And that ends the midday news. Join us at 6 tonight for the main bulletin. Bye for now.